Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
And everyone is talking about one thing lately that Taylor Swift got engaged. You heard of that, right?
Yeah.
Even I know you're not a fan, but I am. And I've
Mm,
been listening to Taylor Swift since I was 13 or something,
mm,
since the album Fearless, which is her second album.
mm,
So basically, I
mm,
grew up with her, and I feel like she's my friend. And in her last album, the Tortured Poets Department, she had a song called Prophecy, and there she revealed her. I think it's a very vulnerable, vulnerable. It's a very vulnerable song where she revealed her thoughts or fear about she's never gonna find a soulmate, she's gonna end up alone,
mm,
and she's kind of like begging to change the prophecy, and she wants someone that just wants her company. And that song is so freaking sad. So today I invited you to look at her Bazi, which is kind of Chinese fortune telling, and
yeah.
let's see if it's really written in the prophecy about her relationship status. Is she really gonna end up alone? And
Mm-hmm,
please,
mm,
if that's the case, maybe some suggestions will help. I mean,
mm,
maybe not gonna watch this video, but let's think like in a positive way. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So you can see that here I use a tool to interpret the birthday of Taylor Swift in like Chinese astrology in this way. And so this is her birthday, this
Hmm.
time, also the hour. And here we can see that, so this is all the elements. So in Chinese astrology, or let's say Bazi, the system, there are five elements.
Yeah.
Mm,
Here
yeah.
is a picture of the relationship of the five elements, and basically, Bazi is these eight characters there on the
Mm-hmm.
screen, and you can see each character represents an element, and
Yeah.
these eight characters is Taylor Swift's birthday, written in Chinese calendar, and yeah, how these
So
elements are there and affecting each other shows a lot of her fate.
yeah. So we can see that the so eight characters and they are located on four pillars. So that's the year pillar.
Hmm.
This is the month pillar, day and hour pillar. So mm so basically this is the interpretation of her birthday in this Bazi system. And yeah, and the five elements they like you can see in this picture, they have interactions.
Yeah.
There are three basic cycles, and
Hmm.
you can see that the elements kind of has impact on each other, right? So some constructive, some
Yeah.
in
So
one way, and also in other way. So
yeah,
uh,
as you
by I
can
mean,
see in this picture, they have three kind of relationship showing between the
hmm
five elements. One is the
yeah,
productive cycle, where these elements with the direction of the arrow, it produce this next element, and other way around, the element exhausts the former
yeah,
element. And there's also this destructive cycle. The destructive cycle means that element is destroying the
yeah.
element in the arrow direction of the arrow. Yeah.
So let's come back to Taylor Swift. This all these characters. So what I can see from here is like because let's see, the year pillar here is the earth
Hmm.
and fire, And here, on the month pillar is the fire and water. And here, fire, earth, water, and wood. So
Mhm.
if you follow these cycles, and you can see that her uh, this day pillar, basically that's her life. Let's say is a fire. So
It
she,
represents her.
yeah, represents her. So she's a girl of a fire, and then sitting on the earth.
Mhm.
So if you check this mm,
This picture?
cycles, yeah, this
Mhm.
picture, so the fire actually generates or feeds the earth. The earth
Produce the earth.
produce, yeah, coming from the fire. And so in this way, this earth is basically the production of the fire, right?
Mhm.
And also, let's see, let's count how many fires she has. Here's one. So basic herself. And then on the month pillar, there's also this one. And then on the year pillar, there's another one. So in total, three.
Mm.
And of course, I can read the Chinese characters. So I can see that. So on the bottom, this, so that's the heaven, and here's the ground. So each pillar has two parts, the upper part and the lower part. So on the lower part, each one also has like a, mm, let's say, like internally there's different elements, and you can, so we can see that the bottom of year pillar has three elements. Here's also the fire, so, and it's the same one as the upper part of Val's pillar, so they are the same. So this means her fire is so strong.
Mm.
So the same element, the same as herself, this fire element is so strong that basically she is a girl, a woman, very powerful herself. She
Yeah.
had this ability of,
Strong, right?
yeah, very strong. And uh,
Could you explain like how these fire element people, how is their personality?
personality, well, you can imagine, like very outgoing, could be outgoing, and having good relationships with friends, this kind of people.
Very warm
um,
and
yeah,
energetic.
warm and quite popular. Yeah,
Mhm.
very active. This kind of people, especially when they have enough this same elements. So when they
Mm.
are strong themselves. So
Mm.
that's a typical image.
Yeah, and I also heard that if you have, for example, she's a fire and she has also fire on the lower part of the table, that means
Hmm.
herself has a root. That means
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
even
Yeah,
stronger.
it's stronger. And this also because the fire, there are actually the different two kinds of fires. This means also the friends, the people similar at similar age or work together, colleagues, and yeah, this kind of meaning. That also means she is very popular
Mm-hmm.
among,
Oh,
her friends, or
yeah.
she has a very good relationship with many people.
Yeah, but I feel like the second pillar, it's representing her age from 18 to 35, right? 35.
Yeah, like
So
the
during
youth
this
would.
period, is it also like that? It works like that?
Yeah,
During this
so
period, she has
during
lots
this
of.
period of time, because it's on the upper part of the month pillar, and this, especially this fire has a root, right? So it is very strong, and definitely she's becoming popular, yeah, among people at this moment.
Mm,
So basically her youthhood, I would say. mm, uh, yeah, so that's what we can see first from her, this Bazi. And second, as I said, she is sitting on this earth, and
mm-hmm.
the earth is a production of fire. Like you create something,
Mm.
right? And then here's another Earth on the year paler, the upper part. And this one has also a root. So basically, this one it has a root here,
Mhm.
the lower part of the day pillar, and it's also very strong. And since fire creates the earth, the soil, right? So means herself is very strong, and he has a lot of ability, or let's say, uh, yeah, um, this ability to express. He's very good at that.
Mhm.
Language expression, for example,
Mm.
and also artistic sensibility. She's
Mm.
also very good at that.
And
So that's
especially already at a very young age,
yeah,
I can see.
exactly. At young age. So this is basically like a well before could be before 18 years old already. You show
Mhm.
that kind of talent,
Mm.
and
Wow,
it's very strong.
that's totally her.
Yeah, that's what I can tell. This is really totally her.
What
Very
about the
strong
water?
woman and
Yeah.
showing all this talent and water. Good point. So as you can see in this picture, water is the one extinguish fire, right? So basically, it's puts out the fire and so on,
Yeah, it destroys the fire
destroys the
according to
fire,
that picture.
and it's also pretty strong because she has two this waters. So one is on the sitting on the lower part of the man's pillar, and the other one is the upper part of the hour pillar.
Mhm.
So and you can see well they are actually the same, right? So means
Mm.
this upper part is water has also the root, this root, and since the month pillar is actually the most important pillar among the four pillars, and she has the root or the lower part of the month pillar as water, which actually destroys her this fire. So
Mhm.
this part you can really tell is kind of they are mm, fighting each other,
Mm.
fighting each other, and she try not to be destroyed by this water. I mean, her fire try not to be destroyed by
Mm.
water, which is also very strong. So in this case, I mean, for women, water has basically two meanings. One is like some challenge.
Mhm.
The challenges when you are young could be school, right? When you start
Stress.
working, yeah, stress, and then you get stress from work, from your boss, from all the tasks, like you feel so headache.
Mm.
So basically, that's one common meaning of this something that destroys you, and
Mm.
another meaning is men. I mean, for women,
Mm.
then the other meaning is basically men.
Mm.
That means I mean, Taylor Swift has a lot of struggles, I mean, with men in relationship. That's also, we can see already from her Bazi.
Mm. Okay, that's wow. Like how?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like this. So if you know how to like interpret Bazi and you can see it already just by reading her Bazi, knowing her
Mm.
birthday. But what
Okay.
is good here? What is good here? We already know that her this water in her life is pretty strong and it's against herself, this fire, right?
Mhm.
But because she has also very strong this earth, and if you check this picture and you know that this earth,
Mhm.
I mean soil, it will also like to stop water, right? Like
Yeah,
to
I can see
dance water.
the fire produce the earth and the earth destroys the water. So that's how it works, right? I
Yeah.
produce my music or my songs or my career,
Mm.
and then it destroys the stress that I'm having here.
Yeah, exactly. She's her talent. She's like expressing, basically singing and showing her talent, and this basically overcomes all this difficulties in her life.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know, she always writes songs about her ex-boyfriends. Oh, they are very good songs. I used to hear some of them, and they're really good, very touching. I can
Mm.
see that she has a talent in writing lyrics. She puts all her feelings into the lyrics, and that's why it's so touching. Like when I listen to
Yeah,
it.
it's very
mm,
relatable. That's why also I feel like I grew up with her. She's my
mm,
friend. I feel really close to her, even though I don't really read into all those news about her,
mm,
or drama, or discussions. I only listen to her songs, but still I feel I know her a lot. Especially like also for young age, she does not really only write about relationships. She also
mm.
write about growing up, having
Yeah.
struggles, being with your best friend, and your high school life. I remember there's a song called 15, and I used to listen to that when I was 15 years ago, and
Mm.
that was such a inspiring song for a young girl who's also confused and struggling. Yeah.
Exactly. That's basically what she's doing, writing all these feelings into her songs, and then use this talent to, to control, to overcome all these difficulties.
Mm,
That's what she's doing because her talent is very strong, and then it can totally hold the stress from this water.
mm,
Then the water will not harm herself.
mm. I see.
That's mm,
So what
mm.
about her relationship looks like her marriage?
Well, I would say, though I'm not really a big fan, but from time to time, I can just hear the news like Taylor Swift is dating someone, and after some time, she broke up, right? So there's always this kind of, uh, yeah, on and off moments from her. So that's also, you can see it, really, you can see it just from her Bazi, because let's see, this water, this water and the earth here,
Mhm.
they are actually fighting each other. They
Mhm.
are kind of harming each other. It's not like a very obvious like start fight, like a kung fu movie. Not like that. It's like gradually and in a very deep level, they harm each other.
Mm.
If we say this water that something destroys you, uh, for women in Bazi also means like men. Well,
Mm.
that's how it's supposed to. I mean, that's what written in the book. It's not I'm saying it, but yeah, it's like that. So basically, the stress from everything and men. So
Mm.
kind of they are conflicting with yourself. So this earth is where you sit. So I mean, for Taylor Swift, her fire is sitting on this earth, but
Mhm.
it's where you sit, has this conflicts with the stress with men and so on, and it's not a, like I said, not a very obvious fighting. It's like gradually there will be conflicts, and you
Mm.
will have problem with someone, and then later on this will cause some bigger damage, for
Like
example
deep
breakup.
problems,
Yeah, the problem.
root problems. I've heard that this position underneath the fire where the earth is the position of her pet partner. So that represents her partner. And
Yeah,
fire
exactly.
produce earth. So that means somehow she's nurturing her partner. Is that correct?
Indeed, this part, so the lower part of the day pillar is basically stands for your partner. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a place for the marriage and so on, for long time relationship. Don't not necessarily really marriage, but if you stay with someone for a long time, that's already he's there. But if first of all, if these two parts are actually conflicting, so basically, your relationship, long-term relationship, always gets into trouble. That's the first thing. And also, like you said, if the fire actually um, creates the earth, so yeah, that's kind of you can interpret like she is to some extent supporting her partner, like
Mm-hmm.
that's something, but also she can get this she feel happy about doing that. It's
So
like if you go
emotional
out,
value.
yeah, exactly, if you go out like eating outside, have some fun with friends, so it's like that you going out and have some fun to get this to get satisfied. So basically, it's the same thing. And if she's really supporting her partner, and she's happily doing that because she gets something back, like emotionally.
Mm. Okay. Sounds like a good deal. I
Or
mean, for her, it's really important that the partner makes her
yeah,
happy.
yeah, that's right. For everyone, that's very important. I
Mm.
would say, especially for people with this kind of a day pillar, that's basically what they do. So everyone's life is different, like also the purpose of finding a partner, being in a relationship and getting married, the purpose is also different. For some people it's really like it's okay, I support my partner, I give everything, but also I just want something like emotionally, yeah, in
Mm.
return. So many people do like that.
I feel like she just wants un- like love, to be loved by a
To be
partner
loved.
unconditionally, or um
Mm,
like passion, like her partner should give her, should make her feel his passion and admiration and love for her. She needs to
mm,
feel that all the time. That's what I get from her songs. Like
mm,
if her partner is somewhat distant, maybe a cool cold type, I think that's not gonna be very enough for her. Yeah.
mm. Yeah. And what we can see that also is here, like Shensha. So basically, could we could say like the gods that guarding your fate,
Hmm.
your life, and there are different these gods on different pillars. So she has actually very good ones.
Mm.
Mm, but from the year pillar, like the early age, I can see that she had some struggles. But also here, this one Ima, so this like a horse, running horse or something. She she's moving from one place to another, or all
Mm.
her life she's doing this from moving from one place to another. Could
Oh.
be like on a tour, right?
Mm.
So yeah, you have this kind of life. You are on a tour or moving from one person to another. This is also one in kind of interpretation of this god. And there's so many gods like this one, Taohua. It's like a, oh
Peach
wow,
blossom.
yeah, like you get good luck in romantic relationships, that kind of. And here, Liu Xiu, Ba Zhuan, Hong Yan. So basically, it all means she's very popular. She's
Mm-hmm.
mm, charming, attractive.
Mm. Yeah,
Mm,
absolutely she is. But
absolutely.
I noticed that in the hour pillar there's water again. Does it mean bad? Because
I would
water is
say,
her stress, right?
mm, yeah, could be later on, like
Mm.
because the hour pillar is for people they are uh, after, I would say, 48 years old, a bit
Mm-hmm.
older,
So it's
and
their
they're
later.
yeah, later.
period of life.
Mm, could be there are again some quite strong, quite big stress
Mm,
for her. But yeah, I would say I'm not worried about that because her this earth is very strong. It's
mm-hmm,
very typical kind of life that you use your skills and you use your talent to control, to overcome the difficulties. For her, I mean, this is very typical, very obvious. You can see that he can um, handle that.
mm-hmm. And the wood. So what I see here, the wood produce fire. So it's her help, right?
Yeah,
In Bazi's system, the wood is helping her in her later years. Although she has stress, she has help.
she has help. So the wood is creating fire, right?
Mm-hmm,
So basically, you have something that backs you up. And in this case, there is stress, but you also have the yeah your mm, something like supporting you, and you can also use this one to to taking control of the stress to
mm.
handle this situation. That's also
Yeah.
a good sign. So it won't be too bad for her.
Oh, very important question. Based on what we see here, I really hope that she can change the prophecy, redo the prophecy, and live a happy marriage life. And I really don't want to see her hurt,
Mm,
because she deserves the best. And
mm.
do you have any suggestions? Maybe something she needs to take care of or pay attention to, so that it can be some bad fate will be avoided.
I would say, yeah, definitely there's something she can do. For example, mm, like I said before, the kind of a conflict, right?
Hmm.
So between her this water on the mount pillar and herself this part. So one thing she can do is to learn how to communicate in a very clear way, to really honestly express your feelings. It's like if you can write it into your lyrics, why not just say it? Just say it between you and your partner, like between all these people that close to you. Just honestly show your feeling to avoid misunderstanding,
Mm,
because misunderstanding will later cause deeper conflicts, deeper problem. So that's
mm,
definitely the thing you can improve that to avoid this all this communication problem. And of course, you have to like when you choose a partner, be cautious to first get to know each other really well, and
mm,
know to hold a good communication, and you can always understand each other, and then go further. And so, each step go steadily and safely.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So be stay safe and be cautious, and
yeah,
open communications. Hmm.
exactly. To avoid this, deeper, deep conflicts just caused by misunderstanding. That's really the thing. I mean, if we see that, wow, this is so cool, Bazi from her, everyone will say she's really so talented. But yeah, not, there's nothing perfect. Okay, she has a problem in relationship. That's it. It's just so simple. And you just focus on this point, like how to avoid the problem and try to, try to solve it before it even happens.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's really useful. I mean, in general, also for everyone who's gonna begin a relationship, or in a relationship, it's definitely very helpful suggestion. And I guess that's really how it shows here on the Bazi is amazing.
Hmm.
Like, yeah. maybe we could look at more celebrities, but and see if this
Mm.
also apply for everyone else. Maybe we could do that next episode.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments. Do you have someone in mind you want us to look at and provide the birthday and the all the best with the hour of the birth. Thank you so much for watching and
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so much for explaining us. Yeah,
No
stay tuned,
problem.
like and subscribe. See you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.